Hi, it's Nickety, and today I'm going to do a spoilery and nitpicky review on the Chimera abomination that is the Artemis Fowl movie. This movie got a lot of things from the book wrong, and it has some problematic things like blackwashing and gender swapping its characters to pander to the SJWs. As a fan of the books, I felt compelled to pick apart the movie and explain thoroughly how Disney did the audience and the author dirty. Number 1. Mulch the all seeing narrator. They really didn't need a narrator, and especially not Mulch Dickens. In the movie, he is being interrogated by British intelligence, so he tells them the entire plot of the movie from start to finish. He knows things that he shouldn't and wouldn't be able to know, like Artemis's academic achievements, the types of training Butler underwent, and most disturbingly, Butler's first name, Domovoy. Butler was not allowed to reveal his first name to anyone. No way Mulch from the first and second book would be trusted enough to be told his first name. The only one who he has ever disclosed his first name to was Artemis in the third book, and that was because he was dying. Number 2, Artemis Fowl is athletic now? The first sign I got that they botched up his character was when we were shown a scene where he was surfing. Artemis from the book has no love for sports. If he had to pick a sport, it would be horse riding because the horse does 90% of the work and he only has to steer it in the right direction. Number 3, Angeline Fowl is dead? Poor Angeline Fowl is dead in the movie, while in the book she is alive but mentally unsound due to the disappearance of her husband. She had hallucinations and delusions that caused her to think her husband's suit was actually her husband, that Artemis was her father, and dress up in her wedding dress believing it to be the day she was married. So yeah, pretty heavy stuff for a lighthearted, action-packed kids movie Disney wanted. But I feel that they should have included her in the movie. Just because it's a children's movie doesn't mean that it cannot tackle heavy topics like mental health. I think it would help destigmatize the topic and maybe even help children whose parents might be going through mental health issues feel less alone. Number 4, Artemis Fowl Sr. The real Artemis Fowl Sr. was a business mogul who was a criminal like the Fowls before him. In the movie, they relegated him to being a dealer of antiques and rarities. And for plot purposes, he now knows about fairies and has been teaching his son things about them. Apparently, he not only knows of their existence, but is also the one who was entrusted with the Aculus to hide and protect it. Also, he was supposed to be missing, presumed dead, because in the books, the Russian mafia bombed his ship and kidnapped him. Instead, the movie had Opal Cowboy kidnap him for the Aculus. Number 5, Artemis Fowl as a character. The second sign that they botched up Artemis's character was when I saw him in a t-shirt, hoodie, and is that jeans? Where's his Armani suit? Unless he's undercover right now, he wouldn't be caught dead in casual clothes. Please excuse my mini rant there, and let's get back to the meat of the problem with his character. Book Artemis is a confident, calculating, manipulative, criminal mastermind, the smartest person in the room, always several steps ahead, oftentimes in control of the situation. The Artemis that we got is intelligent, but he never struck me as a cunning 12-year-old criminal mastermind. Movie Artemis isn't made to be a villain like how Artemis was in the first and second books. In the movie, he didn't come from an old family who were all engaged in some form of criminal activities and had the family motto, gold is power. So they botched up his character to make him a hero from the start, leaving no space for moral ambiguity, for the sake of the children, I guess. Number 6, the Aculus, Opal Cowboy, and Holy's dad. The Aculus, or what it is better known as in the writing world, the MacGuffin, did not appear in any of the books. A MacGuffin is usually an object or device that the characters are either in pursuit of or which serves as motivation for their actions. The object or device drives the plot but has no real relevance. They couldn't figure out how to join two books into a 1 hour 35-minute movie that they had to pull ideas out of thin air and warp the plot to make it work. Now, Opal kidnapped Artemis's dad to trade him for the Aculus, which she would then use to destroy humans because reasons? Book Opal never did any of this and only planned to take over Haven. Book Opal Cowboy is a pixie who has her own engineering company, the Cowboy Laboratories. In the book, Opal's evil plan was far more intricate than simply steal powerful magical acorn and destroy humans. Book Opal had an alliance with LEP Lieutenant Briar Cudgeon and the Boakel Goblin Triad, who she supplied with outlawed weapons powered with smuggled human batteries. A revolution involving the goblins and the LEP broke out. The LEP tried taking on the goblins, but Opal had hijacked their network and disabled their weapons. Then Briar locked Foley up and told the council that Foley had orchestrated the entire thing. The plan was then to have Opal miraculously override the Centaur's program and return control of the weapons back to the LEP. The goblins would be killed and she would be Haven's hero. Military contracts would belong to Cowboy Laboratories and she would take over the lower elements. Then she would rid the earth of all humans. Oh, and in the movie, Holly's dad betrayed the fairies by hiding the Aculus, so throughout the movie, she's just trying to prove that her father is innocent. Again, something else that didn't happen in the book. Number 7. Blackwashing and gender swapping. Butler and Juliet were blackwashed, Holy Short was whitewashed, and Julius Root was gender swapped. Dear Hollywood, why do you keep doing this? It's racist to whitewash a black character. It's sexist to gender swap a female character with a male character. We all agree with these facts. So, logical reasoning dictates that if we blackwash a white character and gender swap a male character with a female one, then it is racist and sexist too. Right? Right? The book already has pre-existing descriptions of what the characters look like that they could have used it if they wanted to cast the actors. In the book, Butler is Eurasian and described as having blonde hair with gray stripes and blue eyes. He would obviously have a white or tan complexion, but most certainly not black. Movie Butler had his hair dyed white and they slapped some blue contact lenses on him to make him look a little more like what he is described to look like in the book. Reverse racism and sexism is happening instead of equality. If Hollywood wants to make movies with diverse characters that represent different ethnicities and genders and etc., they need to write and shoot new movies. They need to do this instead of ruining characters in remakes of past movies and book to movie adaptations where they just do whatever they want with the plot and the characters. Hollywood needs to stop wasting so much time race washing and gender swapping characters and start spending more time on improving their writing. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you like this video and enjoy the content that I am making. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.